มีอยู่ไหมมีอยู่ไหมพี่จ๋าเนี่ยห้างนี่ห้างอย่างนี้เนี่ยมาสุดๆเลยปะ Want to try? Coca-Cola. Hey, what is going on, Foodie Gang? What is going on? We are back for another prep episode. The season finale, and I had bangs, so there we go. They're my bangs. The season finale is tomorrow, so we're gonna do some prep for the season finale. Got my little drink right here. So this is the second to last episode of this season. Then we are going to get into season 4. Tonight we're going to hang out. We're going to kick back. We're going to relax. Prep some food out. Hit the like button on your way in. And support the channel on Cash App. You can always send a super chat. Or you can join the channel. For the season finale, let me show y'all the beef. We are going to be making meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and peas. I did a poll on my community tab and I accidentally erased that poll, but you guys voted for meatloaf, so here we are getting our meatloaf prep all together. Can y'all see me okay? Can y'all hear me okay? And then I have some Coke and some Crown Royal in here. So, we have all of our ingredients here. I have my recipes, and we're going to just be prepping things out. I like to do prep before I cook when I have time because it helps out so much with the organization. And you're also able to keep the kitchen clean by prepping out everything the day before. But Sometimes you have to do a last minute dinner. You're not gonna have time to prep. That is perfectly fine too. Hey gaming, how are you doing? How are you doing? But if you have time to prep, I like to prep. If you guys have any questions for me, answer them in the chat or ask them in the chat, or you can send them with a super chat to make sure your comments get highlighted. And trolls, I want to let y'all know, we just got here, but there's some moderators on the way that's gonna throw you up out of here if you down in here trolling, saying anything negative. Hey Breeze. Okay, you guys, I was having some technical difficulties, and so hope everything works out. But I was having technical difficulties. Look, my light is like flickering. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know why this is doing this. It's okay, I got another light. Can y'all see me okay? And Breeze, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a show talking about how McDonald's in Virginia is 21 and up to enter into the lobby. We're going to talk about that, and it's going to be an open panel, and I'm going to drop the link. And I may have a few of the Empty Stomach podcast here as well. But it's going to be a really, really good show, Breeze. Breeze, tune in for that. Because Breeze be having the scoop. And then on Monday, we're going to talk more about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. And we're also going to talk about the Mexican TikToker that was unalived in Mexico in her salon. So, that's on Monday, but for right now, we indicate we prepping. And Bree said, yes, that's in Fairfax, so you heard about it. I was telling my sister about it, and she couldn't believe it. She was like, she thought what I was saying was that, let me get my little tray out here so my notebook doesn't get wet. These are all my recipes, y'all. We old-fashioned with it. She thought I was telling her that to work at that McDonald's, you had to be 21 and up. I was like, no. To even get into that McDonald's, you got to be 21. They said they done with the kids. They're acting very, very bad, and they're done with it. They want to eat their food in peace. Okay, let me know if we need more light. Can y'all see me okay? Okay. First thing we're going to do is the easiest thing is we're going to get started with our peas. And I have washed my hands before we got here, y'all. Y'all already know how I feel. And okay, so my dreads are finally getting long enough to where I can put it in a little ponytail. But let me fix this. I'm going to rewash my hands so I'm touching my hair. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. Yes, I cannot wait till my dreads get long enough so I can put it in a ponytail. It is so hot with dreads. I totally get what people are saying now. So we're gonna get started on the peas first. We're gonna get that prepped out and all that good stuff. But how was everybody's day so far? I'm trying to think, because I know I went live earlier. What was I doing? I went live and I did something. I think I could. I know I could, but I'm like, oh, okay. It's not coming back to me because today's Saturday. I'm getting my days confused because normally I'm prepping tomorrow. I went live today and I made Loco Moco. It's a Hawaiian dish. That light is driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. And then column blocks, not dreads. What's the difference? Because I heard people say that, but what's the difference? And are you making a shepherd's pie? No, I am not. I'm making meatloaf. I'm prepping out for tomorrow's finale. I'm making meatloaf, peas, and garlic mashed potatoes. But what is the difference between lox and dreads? Because I hear a lot of people say that. What's it? I don't get it. And I got my gloves right here. And happy birthday, Nick girl. Happy birthday. The Queen of England called her head dreadful. What? But what is the difference between dreads and locks? Like, that didn't really explain it. So, Felicia, how do you make your meatloaf? What I do is I put all of the ingredients in a bowl and I mix it together by hand. Or when I was in the kitchen, we used to use a stand mixer, like a really good stand mixer. And if you have a stand mixer, you can use that as well. But I don't have one here. I'm gonna mix it together by hand. There are different ways I have made my meatloaf. I've baked it in a pan before. I free-formed it into like a loaf, kind of like a bread. So I've made meatloaf a bunch of different ways. And I have a recipe that I want to share with you guys. I entered this recipe into Taste of Home Cooking, and I actually won. And my recipe was published in Taste of Home. It is a buffalo blue cheese meatloaf. I know, it sounds crazy, but it actually is really, really good. And I'm sorry, I gotta grab some containers, y'all. Y'all know I ain't never ready. I ain't never ready. I ain't never ready. Oh, it's an insole? Okay. But yes, we're got it a little bit of everything. We got some peas. We're gonna make some garlic mashed potatoes and some meatloaf. Tonight, we are just prepping. We're just getting everything ready. Tomorrow is when we're gonna cook. Y'all, we're gonna eat. I'm gonna have a couple of, I know for sure toys coming. I don't know about everybody else. I'm trying to get my family over here too. And we're gonna close this season out. And we're gonna get into season 4. The reason why it is a rush for us to get into season 4 is because it is now summer. And you guys, today, your girl did something. I bought a grill and it's purple. So I'm gonna be showing that to you guys here soon on the platform. But we're gonna be grilling for season 4, okay? And dreadlocks means you have dreadful hair, basically. Look. I don't care what them people say. I don't care what them people say. Okay, so you can get frozen peas or you can get peas in the can. They're both pretty much the same thing. Like, just same thing. Yes, it's a purple grill. And me and my sisters are working on getting an outdoor setup. Because we used to have a ton of grills, and then we ended up all moving away. And so, you know, we kind of got rid of it, and now we're like, we need to get our grill back so we can be grilling. So we're working on getting like camping chairs, getting some tables, getting a grill, so that we can have an outdoor setup and we can live stream from outside. I have a really nice backyard too. And I was like, I can't believe that we don't have a grill. You know, because we love grill food. Yeah, I can't believe we don't have a grill, but we got the purple grill. We're working on getting all this stuff together. We're going to be outside for season 4 for real. Okay, now I'm going to measure out some salt and pepper for my peas. Yes, meatloaf is simple but amazing. I agree with that. When I worked in the kitchen and we would do meatloaf, it would be so popular because it's just a nice, like, homey meal. And if you're at work and you go down to the kitchen, you want, like, comfort food. And that's what meatloaf was. It's like comfort food. And I know that's right. You know what? I wish I would have started my locks or my dreads, whatever you want to call them, years ago, because once you have dreads, it's just so nice, you know, and it's like you get to really like embrace your culture, you know, like you just embrace your hair. You're not trying to straighten it. You're not trying to put a wig on. You're just embracing what our hair is really meant to do. And then Lethal said I use Italian breadcrumbs. You know what's so funny? I just went to the store and I got these breadcrumbs, and I actually was debating with myself whether I was gonna get the Italian or the plain. So it's funny that you say that. I had to have like a whole debate to myself. Like, dang, what am I gonna do? So I'm measuring out some salt and pepper for the peas. I also want to try something new, and I'm gonna put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in my peas. So, hey Lomax, I thought I saw you earlier, but it was somebody else's name. We are prepping out for the season finale. We are, you know, on our season 3 is soon ending, and we're gonna get on to season 4, and we're gonna do some outdoor content, some grilling. I can go to the park. We can go to the lake. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how are you doing? Keena, welcome back. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. But season 4, we're gonna be outside. We will still be inside, and I'll still be doing Time for Tea, which is a panel show where we talk about hot topics. But Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank is like where I'm cooking and all that good stuff. Yes, let me show you guys what Cajun seasoning I use. And I actually use 2. Slap Y'all Mama and Cajun Two-Step. And I like to use them for different things. And Lomax said, what you cooking? We are prepping today for our season finale tomorrow. We're going to be making meatloaf, garlic mashed potatoes, and peas. Just keeping it real simple for the finale. So tomorrow we're going to do 2 live streams. The first live stream is going to be the Foodie Gang food panel, and I'm going to drop that link. It's going to be an open panel. The second live stream will be the season finale, and I'm trying to get my family here. So, and we actually have my sister got a card game. So, we will see if we have time to do all that tomorrow. We got a lot planned already. Okay, these are the 2 Cajun seasonings I like to use. This is Slap Y'all Mama. Be safe out here. This is Cajun Two-Step. I like the Cajun Two-Step because it is really good on meats. And it's not, you know, it's not too salty. The Slap Y'all Mama, you have to be very careful with this. I say that you should not add salt if you use this because it does have salt in it. Both of these are really, really good. Because I've already added salt to my peas, I'm gonna go with this one. So, and then Brisa, I use Tony Slap Your Mama. I've never seen that one. What color is the bottle? But you guys, I love me some Cajun seasoning. I really, really do. And you can see I don't got much left up in here. I've been using it. But I never saw Tony Slap Your Mama before. I have Tony's Creole seasoning. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Cajun seasoning in here. Y'all see it's very, very little. I just love the flavor of Cajun seasoning. And what we're going to do, we're going to get everything prepped out and ready so that when I have to cook tomorrow, I'm just like, putting things together. When I don't prep out for Sunday dinner, it's really hard because I do a live stream, the food again food panel before I start cooking. So when I don't prep, it makes it I be running behind. Barista and Slap, yo mama, how was everybody's day though? What you guys eat? Okay, and then I'm gonna get some butter portioned out for the peas as well. Let me see the type of butter I'm using. You know what butter I really like? I really like the butter from Costco. The sweet cream. The Kirkland sweet cream butter. My sister put me on that, but that butter is good. Y'all see this? I thought this was a hair. Can y'all see that little black line right there? Look at that. I thought it was a hair, but it's not. It's a part of the wrapper. I'm about to throw this whole stick of butter away. Get my I remember what. Oh, I keep forgetting what I ate today, but it was a loco moco, which was it's like a Hawaiian breakfast dish with rice, a hamburger patty, gravy, and the sunny side up egg, and it was so delicious. And then I had a Bob Marley latte. Oh, and then I ate some chicken and rice. So I ate a lot of rice today. I don't want to eat no more rice today. So we got the peas prepped out, ready to go. We got the butter, we got the seasoning right there. And we'll put these back over here on our tray. One of the things I think that helps with cooking, you guys, if you guys are at home, you're cooking, try to stay organized. You know, that's going to help you so much because then it's like your brain don't feel cluttered. Well, mine does at least when I'm not organized. Okay, we're going to probably save the potatoes for last. I'm going to get the seasonings and like all of that stuff measured out for the meatloaf. And then it calls for 2 eggs. And then we got some breadcrumbs right here. When I pour anything, I always do it over the sink so that if any spills, I don't gotta worry about cleaning it up, you know? We got the breadcrumbs. Let me grab 2 eggs out of the fridge. Got the 2 eggs? Yeah, I got 2 eggs on there. eggs here. We have to cut up an onion too for our meatloaf. Get some seasonings here. Let's get some seasonings here. We have some Italian seasoning. Maybe 1.5. Eva, listen to nuggets. We got a black pepper. Going in with the salt. This is kosher salt that we are going to be using. You can use any type of salt that you want to use. I feel like this is a lot of salt, so I'm actually going to cut this down. And this seasoning is very controversial. A lot of people do not like this, but I love this seasoning. I love it. Oh, and on the Loco Moco that I made today, I put a little bit of this, and it was really, really good. I'm gonna put some of this in the meatloaf, and we're gonna see how it's gonna taste. I think it's gonna be good, or I wouldn't be doing this. We're also going to open each one of these packs of ground beef. So there we go. We got the breadcrumbs, the seasonings back here. We're going to open this ground beef, though, and get it into a container. You don't see the ground beef? Open this. So this is on sale. This is grass-fed ground beef. Shout out to Fred Meyers. They got all different types of stuff up in there. And then, okay, so some people make a brown gravy for their meatloaf, and some people mix together like ketchup, brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce, which I know, I am not saying it right, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So I like to do the ketchup and the brown sugar with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. But whatever you want to do, whether you want to do the brown gravy or the ketchup mix, it is totally up to you what you want to do in your kitchen, in your house. There is no wrong or right way to cook. There's just different ways. In my opinion. There's just different ways. Hey, Outdoors, you know what? Outdoors has been so consistent in telling me how much I need to get back to the kitchen. And he is one of those people that probably would like to see me in the kitchen all the time. But I do the time for tea where we talk about hot topics, because I feel like that brings in a different audience, you know, of people that probably don't like cooking that much. So it brings in a different audience. And a lot of those stories that we talk about are about food. Like tomorrow, we're gonna talk about McDonald's. And Johnny, did you read the title? Did you read the title? The title said, prepping for the finale, okay? So if you would have read the title, you would know that we are not cooking, we are prepping. So I'm gonna need y'all to read first before you come down. And if I want to cook late, I'm Chef Big Bank. I'll do what I want to do. But we are only prepping for tonight. I hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel and all that stuff. You know, a lot of times, like for catering, they actually cook really early in the morning or late at night, depending on what the catering event is. And you'll see them prepping out their stuff the day before. And some of that will involve cooking when they're making sauces and stuff. So, and I used to work overnight in the kitchen. It honestly is not uncommon for cooks to be cooking at night. It's really normal. You know what I'm saying? Outdoors, I can't read currently. Yeah. Outdoors, it's okay, because we've seen you before. But if you new into the channel and that's how you coming in, critiquing, running your mouth. I'm gonna need y'all to read Foodie Gang. We're prepping for tonight. But I know that when you guys see me in the kitchen, I'm normally cooking. So I completely understand why you would assume that. And it is a cooking channel. We normally do be cooking. So I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at you, Outdoors. So we're gonna open the ground beef. Let me put some gloves back on, get my scissors ready. I'm gonna kind of like move all this to the side so that if there is like blood and stuff, you know, when you open the meat, I normally do it over the sink, but sometimes you gotta be careful. You don't want to cross-contaminate. But we are not cooking, we're prepping for the finale. Tomorrow, we're doing 2 live streams. One of those live streams is actually going to be the season 3 finale. I had a poll on my community wall, and I accidentally deleted it on accident, but before I did that, you guys voted for Meatloaf, okay? I was so mad that I accidentally deleted it. I was like, man, but y'all voted for Meatloaf, so here we are. Let me get this out of the way. This would make any man happy. You know what, Outdoors? Well, you need to talk to the men then, because they say that they are easy to please, but I don't feel like that to be the case in real life. I'm talking about it's all type of complaints. That's just not the case in real life. But it sounds good. It sounds good. Oh my goodness. And then I've had 3 steaks. I've had steak 3 times. Okay, I was totally reading that wrong. Y'all hit the like button. We gotta get the likes up. We gotta get the likes up. What type of size did you have with your steak? But yeah, y'all be saying something. Y'all be saying y'all easy to please. But I don't know what it is. It's like some of y'all just don't want to be happy. Breeze is laughing. Breeze, what you laughing at? Breeze, what you laughing at? I don't know. It's like people. I feel like people be making that problem sometimes, or they be like saying stuff or trying to like pick an argument. It's just craziness. And Bree said, I'm tripping. Look, if it don't apply, let it fly. But some of y'all be tripping. Okay? Y'all be saying y'all easy to please. And then when you get in here, it's another story. But that's just been my experience so far. But that doesn't mean that it don't ever change. Okay, so we're gonna cut our beef open, put it into our container. I'm gonna mix, when I mix this ground beef together, I was thinking about it. I'm actually gonna make a video of it, of me mixing it together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna prep it all out. Y'all think I'm tripping? Maybe it's me. And then, cause you tripping, that's cat. Breeze, you must know every man in the world thing. You remember that Lil Wayne song? I think it was Every Girl in the World. Breeze said he know every man in the world. Look, you guys know I'm in Alaska. I don't know, maybe something is different in the air here or something. I'm not sure. Bree said in Alaska that the way you want to hunt. Look, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And look, I don't want to talk about y'all too much because there are some great men that I have met on YouTube, and there are some great men in my family that, you know what I'm saying, like I have met some great people. I don't think everybody's bad. I'm just saying some of y'all be tripping. But y'all probably feel the same way about women. So, I mean, you know. But look, this is 907 Good Use, and we really say out the gender wars. We like everybody over here. Man, woman, whatever you want to be. We cool with it. I was just responding to Outdoor's comment by him saying this would make any man happy. Because I don't think that that's true. And then Outdoor said hunters provide the meat. But I think the problem is that a lot of people are looking to get taken care of. Whether that's like people are coming to the relationship as a kid, you know, like what can I get? In my experience and in my opinion. And Kira said, hey Kira, how are you doing? And Kira, I am in Alaska and it is not 3 a.m. here. It's actually 10:58. But I am prepping for the season finale tomorrow. We're going to have meatloaf, garlic mashed potatoes, and peas. Yes, I am prepping. Tomorrow's going to be the season 3 finale. We're going to open season 4 sometime next week. It's not going to be a long break in between seasons. It's not going to be long at all because I have found this out. when I take too long of a break between seasons, it is really hard to come back. Because then I feel like I start overthinking things. So we're just going to come back to season 4. We're going to just, it's going to be like a 3-day break probably. Ain't going to be that long. We're going to be in the season 4. We're going to be outside. I'll probably be in the park eating some like sushi or eating a salad. Or let me ask y'all, is there anything that you guys want to see me eat outside? Do you have a specific thing that you want to see? I know last year I had sushi at the lake, coffee at the lake, I had snacks at the lake. Is there any food that you want to see me at the lake? Look. Okay, so we got our ground beef here. A whole lot of it. And then I'm just going to clean up really good. Oh, and then I think I had cinnamon rolls at the lake. I had pancakes. So y'all let me know what y'all want to see me eat at the lake. We finna be going outside real soon. Real soon. Y'all, when I be at the lake and I be talking, people be walking by looking at me like I'm crazy. They be like, that woman having a whole conversation with her phone. But little do they know I'm talking to the food gang. But I just look crazy because I'm like talking to the phone and I'll be so into the conversation. So I just be looking crazy. People be like walking by looking at me like I'm like, what the heck is she doing? And I'll be there for like an hour or two talking to the phone. Y'all, when we go on a field trip and we go outside, I'll be there for a minute. Hot chip challenge at the lake. Ooh, thank you so much. Outdoors. Thank you so much. You know what? We have been on here for 42 minutes and I have not seen a troll. I think like that's pretty good because we honestly normally get a lot of trolls. And I'll say this, if you're gonna be a content creator, you gotta get some thick skin. Because people are gonna come in and they're gonna say stuff to you just to get a reaction out of you. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter if you're skinny, fat, ugly, pretty. They gonna hate on you because people don't want to see you happy. They're gonna hate no matter what. No matter what, everybody gonna get trolled. So have some thick skin as a content creator. You know, believe in yourself. And all the rest of I'm gonna troll myself, bring it on. Hey, you know, El Cheapo, she be trolling back. Ooh, baby K, how are you doing? How are you doing? She said, make a deluxe sandwich to eat by the lake. Ooh, that sounds really good. And thank you so much, Emmy. I have really short dreads, and so I'm really happy that I was able to get them into a ponytail that does not hurt. I can't wait till they get long. But then I was been hot today, so I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so we got y'all remember that song or the whole movement where like shake them dreads, the Bay Area? Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, deluxe sandwich, hot chip challenge, BLT. Ooh, that sounds really good. Let me comment down below what food you want to see me eat at the lake. And eat at the park. Let me know because we're about to be in season 4. We're gonna get out of season 3. And if you missed season 3 will end at like 215 episodes. Tons of recipes. Tons of live streams. So go back and check it out. Subscribe to the channel. And join the channel as well and become a member. Today we made loco moco. I'm gonna say yeah. It's a Hawaiian dish. That live stream was a members only live chat. Every Saturday, I do a members only live chat and we make breakfast. And there's so much exclusive perks such as emojis and exclusive content. So definitely join the channel and support your girl on this journey through food. Look, I get. We ain't even gonna address this. Breeze said locks. I'm not eating squirrel and I don't want to cook squirrel. Outdoors, you gonna get me locked up on live. I'm gonna wake up the next day and I'm gonna be all over everybody's thumbnail. Like the chef that was locked up on live. Let me ask you guys this. What is the most exotic meat that you have ever eaten? Ooh, I have not had rabbit stew. I have had rabbit though. This restaurant in Portland, they had like deep fried rabbit legs and they served it with hot sauce and honey, and it was actually pretty good. But yes, I have had rabbit. I haven't had it in a long time. I would definitely say rabbit is an exotic meat that I've eaten before. Do you guys know what pate is? It's disgusting if you ask me, but I had that before. Where do they eat squirrels at in the South? And then squid is the same thing as octopus, or are those different? And Bree said rabbit ain't exotic. You don't consider rabbit to be exotic meat? It's not like you can go in Walmart or Fred Meyer's and buy rabbit. Oh, squid is a baby octopus. Oh. So when y'all eat squirrel, where y'all buy that from? Y'all hunt it yourselves? It don't seem like there will be that much meat on a squirrel. Okay, so Bree said in Virginia they be eating squirrels. Wow, I've never thought about eating squirrels. I've heard like crocodile or gator is what they call it. I've heard people eating turtle, but squirrels, that's different. Okay, Bree says squid is not baby octopus. Okay, so octopus and squid are two different things. Are they cousins? See, I'll be learning something new because I didn't really. I've had like deep fried octopus before. When I was in culinary school, they deep fried it. Well, they actually cooked it twice because you have to cook octopus twice so that's not chewy. Yeah, I've never seen squirrels for sale. So do y'all hunt those yourselves? I ain't gonna lie, I would feel bad eating a squirrel. I would feel so guilty. It's like, dang. And how many squirrels you gotta kill to even like make dinner? Cause a squirrel is small. See, guys, I'm telling y'all, I learn something new every time I come up here. I did not know people eat squirrels. I did not know that. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, they are both cephalopods. I've heard that word before, and I know it's a species or a group of sea animals, pretty much. And I just said squirrel is... Hold on, I gotta scroll up and read this. I know people was eating squirrels. Squirrel is tough to skin, though, no joke. Rabbit eats his skin. I only grill octopus once, especially if they are babies. I heard that people be cooking octopus twice to get the chewiness out. But you grill octopus? I gotta come to y'all house. Y'all sound like you guys are eating like pretty exotic foods. I'm eating like my beef, pork, and chicken. You know, real simple. Y'all out here eating squirrels and rabbits and octopus on the grill. Okay. But I would feel bad if I was eating a squirrel. I'm like, oh. You know what I'll be thinking about? I'll be thinking about that movie or that show, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alright, okay, so let me ask you this. Are chipmunks the same thing as squirrels? Aww, y'all out here catching squirrels. I'm calling them on y'all. Ooh, I love me some freaking spaghetti. Spaghetti is probably like one of my most cooked dishes on 907 Goodies. I have made so many different variations of spaghetti as well. Only say y'all shouldn't be doing that. And then Bree said we in Virginia we do it all oysters. I don't really like clams, oysters, and mussels. It's just too slimy for me. Ooh, I made some steak nachos. You guys check out my video. And it was actually pretty recent, so it shouldn't be too far. I think it was like episode 211, I believe. But I made steak nachos and I fried up the tortillas from scratch. It was so good. Okay, so Bree said, yeah, but chipmunks are really small. Okay, so chipmunks and squirrels are like the same pretty much, but the chipmunks are small. Why did it look big on that show? No, I'm just playing. And I tried oyster mushrooms this year because I always heard about them from Next Level, another content creator. And when I went to the store, they didn't have any mushrooms left besides oyster mushrooms, so I had to get them. And Lisa said, I'll go check it right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. On live researching. And Bree said squirrels are the size of small dogs. Not the ones we have here in Alaska. They be pretty small. What's y'all squirrels down there eating? They getting that big. Okay, so I'm gonna put this ground beef in the fridge, and we're gonna get started on the potatoes. I'm gonna give it back to Chad. They see this is why I'll be up here for 2 hours talking. And Bree said chipmunks are the size of rats. The squirrels in Alaska are really, really small. They're not that big. And they be running so fast. How do y'all be catching them squirrels? They run so fast. But I guess if you like determined, you're gonna catch it. Oh, yeah, the steak nachos were so good. That looked great, and those surf and turf chalupas, girl, stop playing. You need a food truck. One day, I would love to have a food truck, a cookbook. I would love to sell products in a store. Like, I am really serious about food. I went to culinary school when I was 19, and I'm 31 now. I've been cooking for a long time, but I would love to do all things food. Like whatever job I have in life, I want to have something to do with food. Gabe are so funny. Do you guys remember Salt Bae? Oh my goodness. Oh, Bree said in the woods they small around your house. They're huge. Oh, but yeah, the squirrels out here are pretty small, but how do y'all catch those? Do y'all like, you guys set traps to trap the squirrels? Okay, Okay, so I got my colander and my potatoes. I'm gonna give these a rinse. Even though I'm gonna peel them, I like to kind of like rinse them off before. And then sometimes for potatoes, I don't peel them. Sometimes I do. I am gonna peel these potatoes. When you peel potatoes, you need to, or when you're cutting or peeling potatoes, you need to immediately place them in water so that they do not oxidize, which means turn brown. So let me get my container out for my water. Hey Rose Life, how are you doing? How are you doing? Dang! Breeze, I know you're not out here shooting them like that. That ain't even right. But I guess that's hunting, but man. See, I'm more of a consumer. I don't think I could be out there hunting and shooting stuff. I just, like, you can bring home and I'll cook it. That's gonna be my job. Ooh, Lisa, that sounds, I love me some pizza. Love me some pizza. Rose said, good afternoon. I am in Alaska and I have 11:15. Let me know where you're watching from and what time it is. Oh, you're saying lemon water or any acidic water for your potatoes? That can work too. Is that what you're talking about for the potatoes? But let's say you cut a bunch of potatoes, right? And then you put them into the fridge. When you come back the next day, they're going to be brown. That is why when you make homemade fries, when they cut them, they immediately place them in water. Because you don't want, I'm sorry, I gotta keep grabbing dishes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. That's why you immediately place them in water so that they don't turn brown. And Gold said, hey, good morning, watching from North Carolina. Hey, you know what? I actually have some people out of North Carolina, and I went to North Carolina years ago. Easy Money, what is going on? What is going on? Look, shout out to Easy Money, always tuning in. You know, I'm Chef Big Bang. So me and Easy Money, we go together. He said 12:16 in Sacramento, California. And Breeze said, you potatoes. What that mean, Breeze? Let us know what that means. But you guys, tune in tomorrow to my live streams where we're going to be eating. We're going to have the season finale. We're going to have the season finale tomorrow. And we're going to talk about McDonald's and what they got going on. Look at my potatoes here. And thank you so much, Entertainment. You know what? You people eat with their eyes. With that being said, you need to have a clean kitchen, clean fingernails, clean, right in there. And Maddie said 218 East Texas. Okay, shout out to Texas. Texas has been in the media a lot lately this year. Oh, okay, Breeze. I get what you're saying. Breeze is saying that you can use lemon water or acidic water also for your potatoes, or you can just use water. But the point of what we are saying is that when you cut your potatoes, they have to go in some sort of liquid or they will turn brown. They will turn brown, straight up. And it's crazy, it'll turn brown very quickly too. So we're just gonna peel our potatoes. Okay, I know the potato peeler goes both ways, but I don't like to do it both ways because I feel like it makes it messy. But that's just my opinion. Y'all do what y'all want. Y'all do what y'all want. So what I do is I peel my potatoes and then I go back and I cut them. Have you guys ever tried those packs of instant potatoes? Make sure I don't get dirty. I felt so productive today because I'm in Alaska, so it recently just got warm outside, and I've kind of been putting air into my bike tires. I've been putting it off, procrastinating and whatnot. But today I walked my bike up to the gas station, and I put air in my bike tires, and then I rode my bike home. But I just felt really good about, like, you know, when you have a task to do that you've been putting off forever, it felt good to finally, like, accomplish something that I've been putting off. And hey, Rose Life. Ooh, you know what, Breeze? I was just talking to someone about going camping, like if they like camping or not. And I see a lot of people like taking out their RVs right now, you know, getting ready to go camping. And I was asking somebody, do you like to go camping? Right? And they were like, absolutely not. It has to be bougie camping where we got all the stuff, where you can charge your phone. I'm like, you know what? I ain't even mad at you. And I'm from Alaska, and I'm currently in Alaska. I have lived in Portland, Oregon before. I've traveled to a couple different places. So, you know, I've been able to see a little bit, but I've not traveled as much as I would like. But let me know where you guys are watching from. And Rose Life said USA. Wow. Yes, Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska, in the USA. Ooh. Rose said, I'm from Sri Lanka, Asia. Ooh, okay. Don't y'all be having the, what is it? Tsunamis? Do y'all have tsunamis where you're at, Rose? What do they call that season where it rains a lot? What do they call that? I think it's like, it starts with M, I think. But y'all go, make sure y'all tap the like button, support the channel, join the channel, become a member, hit the subscribe button, send a super chat, hit the Cash App. And Rosa, I love USA so much. You know what's so funny? Is that people that are currently in the USA complain so much about the USA. And then you have people from other countries who would love to live here. And I just say that to say, you know, stay humble. Stay humble and be thankful. There are people that are literally doing the most just to get up in here. And Breeze, I can't for real. We know you can't for real. You out here getting squirrels and all that type of stuff. Oh, so Sri Lanka, she's saying that Sri Lanka is actually safe. Okay. I'm thinking of the other places in Asia where I think it's called, isn't it called like the monsoon season? I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's like where it rains a lot and they be having like tsunamis. Chat, help me out. Outdoors, that's exactly how I feel. If you don't like it here and you want to complain all the time, you know what? You can get a one-way ticket up out of here. You don't gotta be in the USA. We would prefer you not to be here running your mouth anyway. And it's Thanos, it's over for you. Thanos getting chopping block. Okay? Okay. Okay, so let me tell you something. If you're in the chat, be respectful, be in your best behavior. If not, you will meet your demise. You will get put on the chopping block for life, never to return. You will have a one-way trip out of the kitchen, okay? We do not care about what you got going on there. We don't care, okay? We're here for the food. We're here for the food and good conversations. Anything other than that is just kind of crazy. And Lethal Cheeks, do you... Outdoors is rolling. One-way ticket about the kitchen for life. That's it. You only get really one chance, okay? You know how they be doing like, you know how they do 3 strikes you're out? I got a 1 strike you're out rule here, okay? We're not gonna play that much. And Lethal, what I was gonna say is, do you make content on your page? Or on your YouTube channel, you make content? And y'all make sure y'all go check out the Outdoors YouTube channel. All things mushrooms, all things outdoors. Yeah, I got like a 1 strike you're out rule. I don't really have that much time to like play with people and be going back and forth and arguing. I'm here to cook. I don't even like negative energy around my food. I don't want to be upset when I'm cooking. It is going to impact my cooking in a negative way. So yeah, I got a 1 strike you're out rule. Some content creators will let people just troll in the comments for hours. Me, nope, I can't do it. You're distracting me. Ooh, what are you making for Memorial Day? And I'm not really too sure. I was gonna do that Time for Tea live stream, but I don't know if I'm gonna do any other like cooking. I'm not sure yet. Y'all stay tuned. Turn on the notification bell. Turn on notifications. Lisa, what you talking about? Yes. Okay, so I always tell you guys this. If you go into a restaurant and the staff is arguing with each other and they're cussing, don't eat there. You don't want that negative energy in your food. Like the other day, I went into Wendy's, and I ain't gonna say which Wendy's, I ain't gonna air them out. Because sometimes when you're in the kitchen, things are very like stressful, and it's serious because you're serving food. But I went into Wendy's, right? I had to wait like 20 minutes for my order. If it was my order, I would have got my money back. I was on Uber Eats, right? The staff was like cussing at each other. They were cussing at each other. I was like, if it was my food, I would ask for a refund. I don't want nobody making my food, cussing, mad, you know what I'm saying, about to quit. I don't want that negative energy around my food. And when you start making food when you're mad, you don't care about the food. Ain't no way. Ooh, Breeze. I'm trying to come to your house. I'm not coming to Virginia if I ever do. I'm trying to come to your house, Breeze. Breeze said he finna throw down for Memorial. I haven't even really thought about what I'm gonna do. But I did get that grill, y'all. I might be grilling on Memorial Day. That's what I really want to do. And Bree said, yeah, if I go into your establishment and you're cussing, y'all throwing pans like Gordon Ramsay, I'm not eating the food. I'm okay. Like, I don't want none. Nope. Ain't that serious. And if I see you go outside and you smoke a cigarette and you come back in the kitchen and you don't wash your hands, if I go into your establishment and your kitchen is dirty and there's stuff all over the floor, people is touching money, touching food, these are the things that you guys need to look for when you go out to eat. Okay? And if you see these things, walk away. Get your money back. Telling you, you don't want no negative energy around your food. That's all. Especially if you're cussing. But it sucks when you have your heart set on something that you're gonna eat and it don't work out. I'm actually gonna keep this. Because once I cut my potato, or once I do that, I'm gonna cut the potatoes and put them back in the water and rinse them again. So this is the last one. This is the big one right here. But yeah, you don't want no negative energy. That's why I'm always positive on 907 Good Eats. You know, we can't be called 907 Good Eats and we're like cussing people out, acting crazy, angry. That's just gonna turn people off. And that's why I say, y'all trolls, and you got about one chance. Say something crazy, you out of here forever. That's it. We ain't finna play with you. Okay, so I got my potatoes here. I'm gonna rinse these off, get some new water, and then I'm gonna cut them up. The reason why I cut them is because when I cook the potatoes tomorrow, they'll cook faster if they're cut up, and they're also mashed better if they're cut up. And you want it to cook evenly. Oh, Bree said we got graduations going on, so my next week gonna be hectic too for sure. Well, congratulations, man. Graduating is like a big deal, and that's why I felt so bad during the pandemic when their graduation was cut off like that. It was so foul how they did them kids during the pandemic. In my opinion, they didn't have no prom. They didn't have a lot of stuff. But can you imagine if you go to school for 12 years and when you're in school the whole time they're talking about you walking across the stage. Now it becomes time for you to walk across the stage and there is a virus that has circulated the world where everybody has to wear masks, and now you can't go to graduation. I'll be so mad. But it was like a movie. It was like a movie. But we made it, y'all. We made it. And Reese, I got my nephews, my daughters, and my nieces all graduating. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got a lot of graduations. You got a lot going on right there. But Reese, I know you're finna throw down. And I'm glad that you're in their lives. It's very important to, you know, be here for our kids. And even if it's just nieces and nephews, you showing up to the graduations, it makes a big deal. Like, even though I'm in my 30s, I remember who didn't come to my graduation. Like, stuff like that sticks with you. Ooh, Reese, how we doing? College and high schools. I'm glad that everybody going to school graduating. That's the way it should be, right? And ooh, that's slippery. I don't think I got kicked out of a place for not wearing a mask. I was working in the kitchen at the time. And so I just wore a mask. You know, it was my job. And all, you know, I needed my job at the time. I just wore a mask. But outdoors, was you on the edge and you wasn't willing to wear a mask? Is that why you was getting kicked out of places? And then one of my jobs required us to get the vaccine to even be able to work there. And so I ended up getting the vaccine. I didn't do all the boosters though. I only got it one time because I really didn't really believe in it like that anyway. And Bree said I wore a mask. Yeah, I just wore a mask, y'all. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, I'm gonna stand up and protest. He's like, who has time for all that? And Outdoors said, yep, I wouldn't wear one. You know what, Outdoors? I feel like I already knew that when you said that, because you don't seem like the type of person that's gonna conform to what everybody else is doing. You seem like you gonna do your own thing no matter what. But yeah, I just wore masks. I was like, I ain't finna argue with y'all, you know, I ain't. Do you guys ever think that that'll happen again in our lifetime? Where we go on a lockdown like that? Do y'all foresee that ever happening again to us? That was crazy. When I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe we lived through this. And then, Bree said, I quit my job when they said I needed a jab. Oh, you mean when they say that you need the vaccine, you quit? Yeah, I think that was kind of foul. Like, how they were making it like, if you have this job, you have to get the vaccine. That kind of sucked because then it's like you kind of had to do it. It wasn't really like a choice. Now that's, and I think it was like the bus drivers. I heard a lot of the bus drivers were quitting. And this is all allegedly, y'all. We wasn't there at the specific jobs. And if you choose to wear a mask, you choose to get the vaccine, all of that is okay. We're just talking about, you know, our experiences during that period in time. And then the Bree said next time it'll be zombies. You know what? You know what I think about when you said zombies? I think about The Walking Dead. Like, you think it's gonna be like that? But if something like that happens, they definitely create some zombies in the lab and release them out to the public, allegedly. But yeah, I felt like we were in like a Hollywood movie, right? During COVID. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Oh, Bree said I worked in a nursing home. Yes, the job I had to get the vaccine for was a medical job. Because before that, I refused to get the vaccine. But I really needed that job. I really wanted that job. And so I went and got the vaccine. But you know what? This guy I know who got the vaccine, like, he got the vaccine, he got all the boosters. Tell me why he had COVID the most out of everybody. And he had got all the boosters. Allegedly. But he was the sickest one. It's crazy. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Blaze. And politicians were getting caught doing things as regular people couldn't do. Yes. I remember there was that one politician, I don't remember the person's name, but he had like got caught at a party after I believe he had put his city into a lockdown. I think he was caught at a party. And it was like, bro, that is so foul. How you say everybody else stay inside and then we look and you outside at a party? What? It was crazy. But you know, one thing I feel, in my opinion, allegedly, I feel like they be doing certain stuff to kind of scare us. And I feel like they always want us to be in a state of fear. But if you believe in God, you don't gotta have no fear. But let me ask you this, Outdoors. Are you vaccinated then? Or were the vaccines different because you didn't really have a choice? You were a kid. And then Bree said carriers. Yeah. And it was like, have you guys heard of those people who have like long-term effects from COVID? I think they call them like the long-timers, but they have like long-term effects from COVID. And then there's some people who, like, even after they had COVID, they can't like smell or they can't eat certain things. It's just like a bunch of weird symptoms. And so, Outdoors, you didn't get any vaccines even when you were a kid. But you know what? That just goes to show you that it is possible to live without, you know what I'm saying? But you know, one thing I didn't like, a lot of businesses, I feel, in my opinion, changed their business hours, stating that it was because of COVID. When COVID went away, a lot of those businesses still remained closed, or they would have the lobby closed and the drive-thru open, or their hours never went back to the same. And I think that was like, hey, they were kind of like milking that whole COVID excuse. Outdoors said he ain't doing no vaccines. Outdoors, did your parents make that choice to just not vaccinate you? Do they have the same views as you? So when I was pregnant with Ava, I had midwives and I ended up having a water birth, right? And I chose to go the natural route because I had watched this documentary by Ricky Lake called The Business of Being Born. So when I was pregnant and stuff, I was debating whether we should do vaccines or not. And the midwife was like this, look. She was like, I chose to not vaccinate my daughter against whooping cough. And then she got whooping cough, and I felt so bad. So she was like, if you choose to not vaccinate, just be prepared for whatever. It's pretty much what she was saying. And then I am prepping out today. We're prepping and talking, y'all. We're talking about vaccines, squirrels, everything. But I'm making some garlic mashed potatoes. I have some meatloaf and some peas. But we are just prepping tonight. We're talking about life up in here, okay? Y'all tap that like button. Support the show. So we can continue to cook. So I'm gonna give my potatoes another rinse. And when I rinse my potatoes, I rinse them in cold water. When you put the water in your potatoes, you want to make sure that every potato is below the water. If you even have a piece of potato hanging out, when you come back the next day, it'll be brown. And that's called oxidation, or that's called it being oxidized. So you want to make sure all the potatoes are below the water. And then just like that, we're prepped out for our mashed potatoes. Y'all make sure y'all tap the like button. We got 19 people in here watching. What's going on with this? And thank you so much, Lethal. Thank you so much. You know what? It is honestly really hard to cook and talk or to cook and prep. And a lot of people always tell me, they're like, you make it look so easy. This is actually very, very hard. And I see why like all those TV chefs make all that money, because it's actually hard to cook and talk. And they should be like reading the chat, but I love it. I love talking to you guys. I love when we do these prep live streams. And even though we are now one episode away from the finale, I wanted to get in a prep episode so we can really, you know, talk. And thank you so much, Lethal. And you guys, please join the channel for exclusive content. Every Saturday, we do a members-only live chat, and we make breakfast, and we just talk, and we chop it up. And thank you so much, Lethal said. It's energy consuming because you put so much love in the food. I feel like... like, if you're working a job or if you're doing something that you love, you don't necessarily feel like it's a lot of work because you love to do it. Even before I started this YouTube channel, I was already cooking. I was already cooking all the time. For my family, we would always have dinner. And one day I said, you know what? I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I had already had Ava's Playtime. I do make children's content also at Ava's Playtime. I started with that and I got bored and I said, you know what? Why don't I cook? Because like that's what I already was doing. And outdoors, are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? And outdoors, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm really happy to see you because I know that you were like on me about not being in the kitchen. So I told you this weekend we're gonna get in the kitchen, and we are. I try to keep my word. I try to keep my word much as I can. Yes, doing what you love is no pressure. Now, if I was sitting up here like on StreamYard arguing with people all the time and like debating certain topics, I wouldn't be that happy because that's not what I truly love to do. But I love cooking. I love talking about food, like talking to you guys. I always learn so much. Like today, I did not know people were eating squirrels. Oh, we gotta cut up an onion. Okay, I got this big bag of onions from Costco. So you know what I want to make? I've been seeing this a lot. I want to make onion rings. I feel like in season 4 we should definitely make onion rings from scratch, homemade. I've done it before years ago, but I haven't done it in a while. But I have these onions that would be perfect for onion rings. G Honda, what's going on, G Honda? G Honda is so funny because this whole live stream, there has been no onion talk. And as soon as I pull out the onions and I tell y'all that I need to cut up onions, G Honda, you come in here. That is so funny. G Honda, we've been on here for almost An hour and 30 minutes. And I ain't talked about onions. I ain't cutting onion up. And as soon as I talk about onions, here you come. If y'all don't know G Honda, well, then you need to subscribe to his YouTube channel. He makes great content. I try to stop by as much as I can. G Honda is one of my chat friends. I met him on another content creator's page in the chat, and we got just, you know, gravitated to each other. He has come up on my show. I need to come up on your show one of these days, G Honda. And that onion looks good. Let's try another one. I need to come on your show one of these days, G Honda. Let's see, y'all. I don't know. These onions might not be it. G Honda, you did something to my onions. You made them all bad. You see, you wishing bad luck on me now. Let's see how this one looks. And if not, we're just gonna scratch this. Maybe I'll get some new onions tomorrow. Okay, that one looks good. Let me put my gloves on. G Honda, you did something to my onions. He said peppers only. Outdoors, just don't look at it. Mike Tyson caked up. I don't know what y'all talking about in the chat. And G Honda dropped his link. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel and connect with, you know, someone in the chat. There's really amazing content creators. And I'm really honored to have, you know, content creators stopping by my channel, even if it's only for a second. I really appreciate that. And I try to do the same. Y'all know I got a lot going on. Hey, this place has 9-7 good eats. I also have a Facebook food group. So I got a lot going on. But I try my best to stop by when I have time. And so I appreciate that. You know, we gotta support each other. I don't know why people don't want to support each other and people don't want to help each other. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on here. And thank you so much, Lethal. And G Honda said, is that sourdough bread? Where? These are potatoes. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be the season finale. And y'all hit the like button. We got 25 people in here with 13 likes. What's going on with that? Okay, so tomorrow we're having the season 3 finale. We're making meatloaf, peas, and garlic mashed potatoes. Right now, during this live stream, we are just prepping. We are just prepping for the season 3 finale. Season 3 is going to be 215 episodes, y'all. When they say I be talking, okay? And I be cooking. And every video is a different concept. Every recipe is different. So yeah, check out season 3 and season 1 and 2. Yes, y'all hit the like button. What's going on? But you know what I realize in life? People don't really want to support like that. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I think I'm only going to use half this onion. This onion is pretty big, so I'm only going to use half of it, and I'm going to save the other half, the other onion. And I want to do a small dice on this onion, because this is going to go in the meatloaf. So I don't want to have like big chunks in the meatloaf. So I'm going to do a small dice. Cut off that part of the onion, that's the root. When I was in the kitchen, I used to cut a whole bag of onions, right? And I wouldn't even be crying. And the supervisor, the manager on duty, would walk in the kitchen and she'd be like, Letitia, how are you cutting all them onions and not crying? I was like, oh, I'm used to it. And she would be standing next to me. Because they would always come and talk to me when I was in the kitchen. And she would be crying and she'd be like, girl, I don't know how you did it. Now that I have not been in the kitchen, I can cut up like one onion and be crying. But when I worked in the kitchen, it kind of like built my tolerance up. And so with my onions, this is a lot of onions. Remember I told you we had a big onion? So we're probably not going to use all these for our meatloaf. The great thing about onions is that if you like them, you can always find something to use onions for. So we got our onions here. Just like that. That's how you do it. You know what's crazy? These prepping videos, I didn't even know you guys would like prep like this. One day, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do my prep on live, and I'm going to see what happens. And I was like, no one's probably going to want to watch it, but that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway. You guys, this video, not this one. Another one, it was when I was doing a mimosa and juice bar. That video got 16,000 views while I was live. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so I was like, I'm gonna start doing these prep videos. Normally I do all my prep before I get here, but you guys like watching people cut up fruits and vegetables. So here I am. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plastic wrap the onions because they're very strong. And I'm not tearing up yet, but I'm close. My tolerance is down because I ain't working the kitchen. But we would have like a whole, I think it's like 10-pound bag of onions, and we just be standing there cutting onions. I gotta get the list for those. Oh, I know what I was gonna do some plastic wrap. Let me plastic wrap all this stuff. This is gonna go in there. Yeah, these onions are starting to burn my lip. Starting to burn my eyes. I gotta wrap these babies on up. Now we're just gonna like put our lid on here and get some of the stuff ready for the fridge. sure this is the right one. Okay, so I got my potatoes, got some onions here. And let's see the butter black. Okay, so for my mashed potatoes, one of the things that they taught me in the kitchen was to warm up your butter and your milk so that your potatoes mash better. I am actually going to measure out this milk tomorrow because I don't want it to spill in the fridge, but I'm going to be using whole milk. I normally drink almond milk, but when you put almond milk inside of potatoes, it is not good. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Use regular milk. Okay, so we're gonna do the milk tomorrow. So we'll put this back in the fridge. Just wanted to show you guys what I was using. Let me get my recipes back out, so I can look up the seasoning blend for the potatoes. I'm gonna put it all in here. So we got salt, garlic pepper, black pepper, and Italian seasoning is what I'm gonna put in the potatoes. And then keep in mind, even when you measure your seasonings out, you're gonna want to taste your food before you serve it so that you can make the necessary adjustments to your seasoning, okay? So, you know, I always say, taste your food, but do not double dip, especially if you are serving guests. Use a different spoon every time you taste your food. But you want to taste before you serve it, so if there's any adjustments that need to be made, you're able to make them. Why y'all stop talking to me, Foodie Gang? What's up? Did everybody go to sleep? Okay, so we got Italian seasoning. We're gonna put a little bit of salt in here and garlic powder. It's right here. And then this is the salt I'm using. When I cook, I don't normally measure out stuff, but the reason why I'm so serious about measuring stuff out now is so that I'm able to give you guys the recipe. Because I can come up in here and like throw some stuff together and it'll be good every time. But I'm not going to be able to give you the recipe. And I know a lot of, like, my dad, when he used to cook, he did not play about his recipes and his seasoning blends. Everything was a secret. I am not that way. That's not the type of chef or the type of cook that I am. I share everything that I'm doing because even if I give you my recipe, it is not gonna taste like I made it because you're not me. No offense. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? So we can have the same recipe. That don't mean it's gonna come out the same. And I want my recipes to be shared. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you guys the knowledge so that you're able to go home and cook a good meal. You know? And it's not that serious to me either. Like, everybody deserves to have a good home cooked meal. And if I got a recipe for a good home cooked meal, well then I'm gonna give it to y'all. And then, you know, one thing that I think is very sad is like, if you don't share your recipes, then when you know, move on to the next world, all your recipes go with you. And I don't want it to be that way. Like, I want my recipes to be shared. I want to make cookbooks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a secret. And then we are just prepping ML. We are prepping meatloaf, garlic, mashed potatoes, and peas. You can see we have our peas measured out right here. And then we got our potatoes that we cut up. And we put some butter. We're just measuring out the seasonings for our potatoes. And then we have our stuff for our meatloaf prepped out. We just want some prep. We want some prep, and we're talking. Tomorrow is going to be the season finale, where I'm gonna have some family here. Now, don't quote me on that, because y'all know my family, they be on CP time, okay? So they might show up 2 hours late or an hour late, or they might come on time. You just never know, my family. Yes, we're making throwback comfort food, some meatloaf, mashed potatoes. You guys subscribe to the YouTube channel and tune back in tomorrow. Also, before we do the season finale, we're gonna have an open panel show. So if you guys want to join the show and share your thoughts, you know, when you come up, be on your best behavior. We ain't playing like that. We ain't playing. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't even say it, okay? Start seasonings for our potatoes. Seasoning for our potatoes. Yes, we're gonna have the Foodie Gang food panel. What we're gonna be talking about is what is going on with McDonald's in Virginia. They are making it to where you have to be 21 and older to even come inside of their McDonald's, or you have to be chaperoned by an adult. So if you're 19, you can't go in McDonald's. If you're 20, you can't go in McDonald's. They ain't playing out there. They ain't playing. You know what's shocking? That they didn't even say 18 and up. They said 21. Like, are y'all serving liquor in McDonald's? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Y'all serving liquor? Okay, so let me get this under control. Okay, so we got our butter. We're gonna do the milk tomorrow. We can do the garlic tomorrow too. We got our seasonings ready to go. We're gonna wrap these up. I tell you, as soon as you get on live, that is when everybody hits you up, but nobody will have been texting you before. But as soon as you hit that go live, that's when everybody want to call, everybody want to hit you up. It's crazy. So we got our potatoes pretty much prepped out. Tomorrow we're gonna have to get our milk and our garlic for the potatoes, but these are pretty much done. Our peas are done as well. We have some onions for the ground beef. Not for the ground beef, for the meatloaf. I say ground beef. And that, if y'all hear anything in the background, that is my little one staying up late watching TV. That's that noise. That is another reason why I really love YouTube, because I'm able to do it and work from home pretty much. And so I don't have to worry about, like, you know, where my daughter gonna go or anything like that. So I'm working from home. So that's the thing I love about it. Okay, so we're gonna mix up some ketchup and brown sugar. We have everything for our it's gonna be so good tomorrow. I hope that you guys come back for the season 3 finale, where we're gonna be having meatloaf, garlic mashed potatoes, and peas. So simple, but yet such a comforting meal. And for my meatloaf, I'm gonna do the ketchup and brown sugar, like meatloaf sauce, as opposed to the brown gravy. I grew up having like a ketchup sauce type of sauce on top of my meatloaf. I'm gonna mix this ketchup with some brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce. Yes, and then we're gonna mix that together and we're gonna give that a try. Let's see. Y'all see it right here? Let me move some things around so y'all can see. Okay, there we go. Put it right there. I'm gonna do 1 cup ketchup. Put a little bit of this up in here. A little bit of this up in here. So we're making our, what do they call it? A meatloaf glaze? Is that what they call it? Yeah, we'll ketchup in there. This little bowl is like perfect for making sauces. Y'all make sure y'all tap that like button. Tap that like button. We are prepping out for the season 3 finale. That's right. We've been up here for 3 seasons. So if you just now coming and you just now tapping in, that's okay. Go ahead and watch some of our previous episodes. We are almost 800 videos deep in 2 years on this channel. We have a ton of recipes, a ton of live streams. We do time for tea. We also talk about food. And we talked about fast food and crime. We've talked about America's most outrageous food arrest. We have just done so much content. We've talked about the banana wars. It's all type of stuff. So you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, support the channel, whether that's on Cash App or sending a super chat. Join the channel, become a member. This channel, we're gonna hit our 2-year anniversary, I think in June. And it'll be our 2-year anniversary. So join the channel now, cause we finna blow. In my opinion. So join the channel. I'm gonna put a little bit of brown sugar in here. The thing I don't like about brown sugar is that it clumps up. But brown sugar is really, really good. And then that flavor is just like, she's just so good. Okay, so then we're gonna mix that together. You can kind of smell it and see, you know, like, well, for me, I can kind of smell it and see, like, if I need to add a little more sugar up in there. But keep in mind, ketchup already has a lot of sugar in it, so you don't want to, don't want to put too much extra in there because you don't really need it. So that is our glaze for our meatloaf. It smells wonderful. And when it cooks, that brown sugar is really going to break down. All the sugar in the ketchup is going to break down. It just becomes so delicious. But you know what's funny? We have so many cooking videos on this channel. But every time I cook, I make something new. And I have this notebook here that is pretty much full. And I filled this notebook up in 3 seasons. So we do a lot of cooking over here. And for season 4, I'm going to have to get a new notebook. Like, there's no more room in this notebook for any more recipes. And I actually create and write my own recipes. And Jeanette said, hello from Arlington, Virginia, USA. You know what? We have been talking about Virginia a lot in this live stream. Because in Fairfax, Virginia, which I don't know how close that is to you, Fairfax, Virginia, their McDonald's just made it to where you have to be, or one of the McDonald's, I believe it's just one, made it to where you have to be 21 and up to go inside of the lobby. And we had someone in the chat that was from Virginia earlier. And so we have been talking about Virginia a lot. We're going to get into the McDonald's situation more tomorrow. That live stream is already set up. I'm going live twice tomorrow. The first live is we're going to talk about McDonald's. And we're going to really break it down. Like, should you have to be 21 and older to go inside McDonald's? Like, that's crazy. And that is going to be an open panel show. We are going to be on StreamYard. Right now, we are on the phone, but we're going to be on StreamYard, open panel show, so that you guys can join the show and give your opinion if you want to. Our second live stream for tomorrow will be our season 3 finale. We are ending this show at 215 episodes. Now, Y'all know my family cray cray. My family gonna be here tomorrow. We might do a part two if necessary. If necessary, y'all. Cause you know when the family gets here and look, we've been up here for 2 hours and it's just me. So you know when my family get here, we be up here for 3 hours. We be up here for a minute talking. And it is summertime in Alaska. I don't know if you guys have ever known anyone who lives in Alaska or is from Alaska. But it is midnight. It doesn't get dark until probably like 11. But in the middle of the summer, it stays light outside all night long. So the summers in Alaska do be turned. But we have been talking about Virginia a lot during this live stream. And we're going to be talking about Virginia again some more tomorrow. And we're going to really get into this whole McDonald's situation. I'm going to play y'all some videos. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it on Monday. Okay, so I started a new segment called Time for Tea, where we sip tea and we talk about hot topics. Whether that's celebrities, politics, food news, recalls, whatever. We talk about hot topics. On Monday's show, one of you guys in the Foodie Gang has been asking for me to cover this story about a Mexican TikToker who was unfortunately unalived on live. We're going to get into that on Monday, and we're going to talk more about Megan and Tori on Monday. You know, we got a 24-hour news cycle, so it's just a lot. And I also want to talk to you guys probably like Tuesday maybe. We need to do an update on the inmate situation. Do you guys remember the 10 inmates that escaped from a New Orleans jail? Well, there have been about 7 people that have been, I think it's about 7 people allegedly, that have been arrested for helping these prisoners escape. And we're also going to talk about their bails. One of the bails is $2.5 million. That's crazy. So we're gonna do some updates on that story. We got a lot to talk about. And y'all know I'll be talking. Y'all know I'll be talking. Look, I do a whole show by myself and sit up here and talk for 3+ hours, okay? Okay, so we got our peas, we got our glaze for our meatloaf, we have our garlic mashed potatoes prepped out over here, and in the back here we have our ground beef in this container, and we have all of our ingredients for our meatloaf. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna release a video on the meatloaf. When you guys tune in for the season finale tomorrow, the food probably will already be cooked. We'll be sitting up talking with the family. And we're going to talk about, you know, the season 3, some of the recaps, some of the highs and lows, some of the things that we've covered, some of the food that we've cooked during season 3. And then we're going to hop right into season 4. We ain't got that much time. You guys, I bought a grill today. It's going down up to season 4, okay? So, and we're going to be getting outside more. We're going to be going on field trips. Whether that's to the grocery store, the park, or the lake, we're going to be going on field trips for season 4. So, that's all I got to say. Y'all got anything else to say? Yeah, so we prepped everything out. I don't think that we forgot anything, but you know what makes me so mad? As soon as I got off these live streams, then I remember what I was supposed to do, and I'm like, man, I forgot. Hey Ronnie, how are you doing? How are you doing? We are prepping for our season 3 finale. Season 1 was like, I just started going live, so I was kind of getting comfortable, That season, I think, is only like 50 episodes. Season 2, it's like 100 plus episodes. Season 3, though, 215 episodes. All different recipes. Every video is a different concept, a different subject. So go ahead and check it out, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap this up, make room for all this stuff in the fridge. And then the great thing about prepping is that I can wash the dishes tonight. And so then when I actually cook tomorrow, my kitchen will be clean. This is how you cook a home cooked meal and get a clean kitchen. I'm telling y'all the secrets. This is how you do it. You prep, you wash your dishes, you cook, you wash your dishes, and then boom. And I will say this. Washing dishes is a big part of what I do here on 907 Goodies, because after I cook, I try to immediately wash my dishes because I consider this to be like the set. You know what I'm saying? So if I get the set clean and I reset it, we can cook some more. So yeah, y'all, I think that's everything. We've been up here for 2 hours. This is gonna be the last prep. Hold on, let me wipe my face. I'm hot. Getting hot. Okay, one thing about the celebrities is the reason why they wear sunglasses is because these lights be hot. But this is going to be the last prep episode of season 3. I wanted to come back with the prep because I know you guys love these episodes. Shout out to the gang, which is the second tier of my memberships. We got Blue and we got Casey. Thank you guys so much for always supporting. Shout out to the members and the moderators. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do, because you guys are truly the backbone of this channel. And I go live a lot. And when I am doing these live streams, I am not able to always monitor the chat and see what everybody's saying, especially if I'm cooking. So shout out to the moderators for, you know, being on Troll Watch, watching the chat, making sure everything's respectful. And if you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel and join this journey with food that we are on at 907 Good Eats. And we are about to go into a new season, and it's going to be a great season. We're going to have a whole bunch of field trips. A whole bunch. Y'all gonna be surprised. But season 4 is gonna be a new season. Moving into summer, and we're kind of moving into the middle of the year. And I just want to say, this year is flying by. Flying by. So if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, get you a membership, and come hang out with the foodie gang. If you are on Facebook, join my food group on Facebook and share your food with me and with us. We're at 3,000 members on the food group, but we are waiting for you to join. I am also on TikTok, Instagram, and then I have my personal Facebook. So connect with me on social media. Yeah, that's all I got, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be up here, the Food Gang Food Panel. It is going to be an open panel show because, as you guys know, it is graduation season. Some of the members may not be able to make it due to graduation. So I'm going to drop that link so that you guys can come up and share your thoughts if you want to. I also release some pre-recorded content on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. Check it out. And after this live stream ends, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like meatloaf. And one thing I will say is I have not met a person who does not like meatloaf. Everyone I know likes meatloaf. So leave a comment down below after this live stream ends. And I will catch y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow for the Foodie Gang Food Panel and for the Season 3 finale. And this is the last time, or the second to last time I'm going to say my outro. But y'all know what I always say. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. Thank you so much for tuning in and prepping with me, hanging out with me in the kitchen, having a great conversation. That's what this segment is supposed to be. Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, where we're in the kitchen, we're talking, we're cooking. Like, thank you guys so much. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. I'm out of here.